Guys, it's a Monday, halfway through the day, and we got a you make a choice decision pair here. Which one are you taking? The Nexen supercharged CTSV Cadillac, 1,000 claimed horsepower, 900 foot-pounds of torque, built by who, Christian?
Martin.
Who?
Martin.
Martin?
Martin.
Is that a person?
It's a company.
Okay. Built by Martin. So this is a wide body, Nexen supercharged, fully repainted by them. When this customer bought it, it was a flat black. He sent it back to them to have the metallic tuxedo black, I guess you would call it, installed. And a full custom interior. Yep, all of it. Don't delay, don't despair. There's a Squarebody here too. Which one should we talk about? Skip to that one or finish this one?
Let's go to
All right. 89 to 91 Suburban. Christian's got the paperwork in there. I haven't even seen it yet, but it's an 89 to 91. I think it's a 90 to be exact. It's a 90. Okay. I got this from a guy that actually I'm going to have to give him credit. He said, look, I am working on a nice one. And I said, I'm looking for a nice one. And if you guys have seen, this bad boy is almost an identical twin to my personal build last year, about this time. Dropped a picture in right here, Christian, because it is almost a spitting image. Other than it's not on 12 inches, 40s, extra stretched 18 wide welds, and all the other good stuff we did to the last one. The last one, if you guys were following, it really ramped up steam a whole lot because we were doing kind of like a SEMA build. Crunch, but it wasn't for SEMA. It was for a local car show that we attend every year on Mother's Day with the family and my mom. So we wanted something to carry all the people. Even though we were taking the 10-door, we had too many people even for the 10-door sometimes. So we needed two big SUVs, and I had one come in. We stripped it down. We painted it. We redid the interior. We did the lift. We were so busy at the time, if you guys remember, for you faithful followers. If not, you want to scroll back and watch the video because we're going to probably repeat history again. The shop was so busy and we needed to do it over a weekend. We were so short and out of time that we actually borrowed our friend Michael's shop, good customer and friend of ours, and built it in his shop on a Friday night and a Saturday night. And took it to the exhaust shop on Sunday, picked it up on Monday, put the tires and wheels on it, finished putting the interior back together, finished putting all the trim back on the truck, and either Tuesday evening or Wednesday evening we loaded it and went to the event. So it was a crazy crunch build. You can't just put 12 inches on a Suburban. You can do the front all day long, but you can't do the back. They don't make a big enough spring off the shelf. You can do a custom spring, but it doesn't sit quite right. So I would say I helped, but I was more sometimes a hindrance because Daniel works at a fast pace, and so does Michael. But we actually moved the spring hangers. We made that truck pretty much, I think, 0 block when we were done. All spring, and it turned out great. And I actually put that special set that I've been saving, 39 boggers on 16.5, 6-lug, 17 or 18 wide custom stretched wheels. It was amazing. Again, drop the picture in again. Just can't get enough of this truck. Put it in right here. This one we don't have to do the paint. It has its few little imperfections, little touch-up spots. Alvin's going to take care of that. But I want you guys to see this truck raw, exactly how it's sitting currently, because when we do what we're going to do, it's going to be pretty wild. Now, you'll see the typical problems. We got a little issue here. Does have a hitch. Doesn't have the barn doors. A little bummer. I didn't ask about that. Turns out it doesn't have the barn doors. I like the barn doors in the back. But the interior, she's pretty well sorted. Carpet's clean, dash is nice. Christian was over here slamming the freaking doors because of the fact these need to be adjusted. You can see where it's rubbing right here. It did not have the little bushings on there. My Uncle David will take care of all that tomorrow. This thing will, matter of fact, he was a big part of the last project because we were so down at the last minute. He was putting the trim on, he was putting the bumpers on. I think we had the roof rack off. We definitely had the headliner out. We redid the seats. He redid the doors, getting all the windows and locks working. Because if I'm going to drive it, I'm as pet peevish as anybody. Boom, that's closed okay. Another guy said, and he did have first person that's ever brought this up, and I'll point this out to you guys. This area right here on a lot of square bodies is rusted out. This is one of the thinnest spots on the door. There's supports in a lot of other areas, but somebody said something about critiquing us closing them with the door handle. And I guess that's probably true. I've never dented one, but if you have to close a square body the way you have to close it, like this one's not gonna close. There's your normal square body. And you're riding down the road with all that going on. It's not too great. That won't happen come tomorrow. That door will be perfect when he's finished. But I guess you really should close it right there. Doesn't close any freaking better because this one sucks. But we're going to make it close really good. We put stereo on the last one. I think we're just going to leave the stereo alone on this one. It does have the newer front end, which is great. We've got some touch-up paint to do here. This vehicle has been repainted, single repaint, and it's fair on the paint job. It's not rusty, though. The huge part. Look under it before we touch it. It's a dual shock truck. There is no rust underneath of it. It's just complete, clean frame, surface rust only, no undercoat, no paint. When we strip that thing down with the high heat and the pressure, it's going to look great. The windows are already tinted. I color matched these on my truck, and then I went back, I think, and painted them black. Didn't you take a video of me painting them? And they slipped out from underneath the sand gun, and I was pissed. It was one of those days. So I was over refinishing this stuff, so when my uncle came in the next day, he could put it back together. We went back with the factory pinstripe, the factory style molding. This one already has it. It's such a freaking spitting image, it's not funny. This seat, though original, has lost a lot of its color. So I think what I call the butt cushion, I think we're gonna redo the butt cushion. The doors are all good, this stuff's all good. Even has the proper floor mats in it. And I didn't ask. Third row seat. So that's nice. So guys, let's get back to the Escalade. I mean,
What?
the
CTSV.
CTSV. Got SUVs on my mind, talking about Cadillacs and Suburbans. So, claimed 1,000 horsepower, 900 foot-pounds of torque. All of the stuff is documented on these cars really well. This is a high-end place that does this build. The rear wide body is pretty incredible. Mike really loves this car. Like, I think if he wasn't having all his foot issues and all that, I think he'd keep it because like he said, how can you be better having luxury, having power? He's a Corvette guy. He loves his Corvettes. That's a Corvette in luxury trim, if that makes sense. So if you guys haven't ever seen a CTSV, they are already nasty from the factory. They're not 1,000 horsepower nasty. But this has got the brake kit on it. It's got the different wheels. I am going to go ahead and show you guys. They're Nietzsche wheels. And curbs were not the friend of these. We will get them touched up. But, I mean, you're looking at both these cars within an hour of us checking them in. So they're very fresh. We transported that one back. Customer brought this one. He's Northern Virginia. So emissions will be an issue for some people because this car is highly modified. So if you're in California, it's not going to fly. But everybody so far that came in this Monday morning and saw this car sitting here has been pretty darn impressed. And I don't know why they wouldn't be, because it is a cool car. It sounds amazing. It sounds like a hot rod. It is a hot rod. It's a nasty hot rod. It's a sleeper hot rod. And with the repaint, obviously they did a good job. They've done the door jambs. They've done everything proper. The customer spent $38,000. $38,000 on the repaint, the stuff that they sent it back to do, not the original build, the interior and the other stuff. So on top of the car, which was already supercharged and all that, you're looking at a very high-end sports car. Probably, I don't even want to quote it. I'd hate to say, but probably $100,500 versus buying it, building it the first time, and then what he did to redo it. So you don't get your money back. This car is $54,995. $54,995. Will be on the website today at some point. Christian's getting that logged in. He beat us this time, guys. By the time this video loads, it will be online. So take your pick. Throw it in the comments. Which one are you taking? Are you taking the Suburban like it is? Are you taking the Suburban on 40s? Or are you taking a luxury car with 1,000 freaking horsepower? Let us know. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Really appreciate it. A lot of good comments over the weekend. Had a great time with my family. Threw a couple things on there. My daughter playing with me on the four-wheeler and the ATV and doing crazy stuff. really awesome. Got the mud bog truck officially finished up and ready to race this coming weekend. And go ahead and tell us on that too. What do you think? Leave it grandpa, put it on 8 inches, put it on 12 inches. And should we take that to the drag strip? Christian's off on Tuesdays. I told him it's okay he's off on Tuesdays because we rented the racetrack on Tuesdays every day. Matter of fact, I was trying to buy the racetrack, but somebody got it before me. But we're renting the racetrack on Tuesdays when Christian's not here, so we'll be getting some test laps. So. But all jokes aside, that will be in the showroom. That is not up for test drives and joy rides. If you want to check it out, you want to bring your mechanic, if you want to do anything you want to do, bring them by here, let them check it out. And I don't know what's going to happen to that, but it's getting ready to get fun. Thanks, guys.